Marvel Rivals is an ever-expanding video game. It has 47 playable characters, with the two new upcoming heroes in Season 7 being Black Cat and White Fox. There are many popular and unpopular characters from Marvel that could be added into Marvel Rivals, but right now we're going to talk about some that I think that should be added in the upcoming seasons. If you weren't aware, Marvel Rivals is a hero shooter game, meaning it has tanks, DPS, and supports. In Marvel Rivals, these are called Vanguard, Duelist, and Strategist. I have picked two characters for each category to be added into Marvel Rivals. We are going to begin with Strategist. A cool strategist I would like to see is Mysterio. Mysterio is a well-known Spider-Man villain that does various things and has a big capability of what to do in game. With him being a master of illusions, I believe Mysterio would be a 5-star character. He would be able to shoot out a mist of green smoke, doing the same damage as Cloak and Wanda. He would be given 3 abilities. His first ability would be able to put a smoke cloud up. This would allow teammates to escape fights and giving them momentary healing. His second ability would be to put up illusions of teammates. The reason I came up with this is because we already have Loki being capable to put clones up of himself to do healing. So I would want it to do the opposite. A good example of this would be the team up that Psylocke, Magneto, and Emma had before it was taken out. He would be able to put up illusions of his teammates to confuse the enemies. This is up to debate on whether it should be able to do damage or no damage. His third ability would be able to put up fake smoke walls. This would be similar to Groot's ability. I believe this would be a good idea to let other characters be able to put up walls and be able to change the foreground of the battle. And now for ultimate, this would be a tricky kind of ultimate. I believe it should work on a slot machine system. It would be able to change into one of 4 elemental forms. I came up with this idea from the Spider-Man No Way Home movie where we see Mysterio put up illusions of 4 elemental monsters. Each elemental monster would be able to have 2 abilities. First is the Sandman form. His first ability would be to throw boulders at people, and his second ability would be to make earthquakes. This could give the enemy team CC, making it impossible for them to swing away or run away quickly if they have mobility moves. Second is Cyclone. His first ability would be able to push enemies back with a gust of wind. His second ability would be to throw lightning. This would be like a tank version of Storm, being able to throw lightning at enemies that do splash damage. His third form would be Hydro Man. The first ability would be able to put up water walls. These would not stay up for long, but would be able to protect his teammates. His second ability would be able to put big bubbles that heal allies. This would be similar to Jeff. And the way this could work is the same way that in the Marvel Rivals Zombies LTM, Jeff have an ability to blow his bubbles up. We could just have the bubbles be more bigger. His last form will be Molten Man. First ability would be to spit lava on the floor. This would do momentary damage. This is similar to Black Widow's ultimate. His second ability would be to help allies do more damage, giving them a buff. This could work similar to Mantis's buff. You might have caught notice that each of these could be used separately in different ways to give an advantage to your team. The sand form could be able to give allies a moment to attack and opening a space for them. The wind form would be able to push enemies back, giving space between the enemy team and their teammates. The water form would be able to heal allies, giving them a fresh recharge of health and be able to attack again with full HP. Lastly, we have the lava form. This would be used to push enemies back and do more damage, giving you more ground control if on domination or convoy. Our next healer would be Ant-Man. He would be a 3-star difficulty. Hello everyone, just butting in real quick. I want to give some information regarding Ant-Man. As we have learned, Ant-Man will be added into Marvel Rivals as a for sure playable character in later seasons. During a trailer, it was leaked gameplay of Ant-Man, and we've been shown them working on his kit already. This would be the leaked image that was shown in one of the trailers showing Ant-Man being enlarged and being shrunk. And we also know that in Town Square, they are using the shrinking and enlargement mechanic to train and see how this would work and how people react to this effect. Hey guys, I just wanted to butt in, and I wanted to say that the idea of Ant-Man being added in this whole video has been put on the side for too long, and like it's been months since I've actually came up with it and started editing, and it surprises me that they're already working on this. And I know, and it makes me realize how long it's been since I created the video and did all the characters, and I just want to see how accurate all the moves are to what I want. But yeah, anyways, that's all that I wanted to talk about, and back to the video. Ant-Man's primary would be healing and damage using pin particles. His first ability would be able to put down ants that would do healing. This would be similar to Namor squids. Instead of doing damage, they would stay stationary and do healing. His second ability would be able to throw cars that become bigger when thrown using pin particles. This would have a max of 3 and have a recharge of 10 seconds once one is thrown. Ant-Man's ultimate can work similar to Venture's ultimate, where underground he can throw shockwaves to push enemies back, giving them CC. Now that we have finished with the Strategist, we are going to Duelist. The first Duelist that I would like to see is Ghost Rider. He would be a 4-star difficulty character. Of course, Ghost Rider's primary weapon would be his chains. Ghost Rider would also have 3 abilities. His first ability would be able to stun enemies that are right in front of him, similar to his penance stare, but they would only be stunned for 5 seconds. His second ability would be to throw a ball of hellfire at people doing splash damage. And for his third ability, I would want it to be something that would give him mobility around the map. This could be a dash attack where he rides on his motorcycle for only 5 seconds. And now for his ultimate. This would let him throw a big charge of fire on the ground, and whenever he's above it, it boosts his damage output. And when enemies are on it, it does tick damage, and it does 5 seconds of tick damage once they leave it. Lastly, Ghost Rider should have a passive ability where he gets extra health after each kill. And for a second DPS, I'd want it to be Kraven the Hunter. He would be a 3-star difficulty character. His primary weapon would be his spear, and he would only have 3 abilities, same as Ghost Rider. His first ability would be able to sense nearby enemies, similar to Daredevil, but only in a 10-meter area. His second ability gives him 3 free dashes, and his third ability would be able to shoot a blowing dart that would stun enemies or giving them a slow effect. For his ultimate, I'd want it to enhance his speed or damage, giving him a mini Captain America ult, and I'd also want him to be able to have a passive where he can wall jump. And for our last category, Vanguard. The Vanguard I would want to see most is Dormammu. He would be a 4-star difficulty character. His primary would let him shoot 2 shots of Hellfire magic, and he would have 3 abilities. His first ability would let you teleport. This would work similar to Reaper's ability in Overwatch. His second ability would be a dark energy beam, similar to Emma's. For his third ability, I'd want it to summon a dome of dark energy. And for his ultimate, I'd want it where he could teleport people into a pocket dimension where they have to fight him to get out. This would work similar to Isol's ultimate in Valorant, as it puts someone in a 1v1 situation where they have to fight to get out of it. And lastly, I'd want his passive ability to work as the Adam Warlock passive ability, where every time after he dies once, he's able to be revived. This would be a cool feature to add into Marvel's because it would give more versatility to tanks. And I understand that this passive ability is unique to Adam Warlock, but I feel like they could add something similar or very different or almost on point to this passive ability. And lastly, for our last character, I want it to be one of the most well-known villains as of now for the Avengers. This would be Thanos. He would be a 2-star difficulty character. His primary would just be his fist, so he would be a brawler that could work similar to Thor. His first ability would be able to do 10 tick of damage on 2 people, but as they keep fighting, the damage keeps rising. This would only work if you're around someone that is 10 meters from you. His second ability would be able to slow enemies down. This would require a charge up of 4 seconds and last for 6 seconds, and it would do 5 damage per each second. And for his last ability, it would be to increase his damage output compared to how much health he has. This would work similar to Venom's ability, where the less health he has, the more shield he's given. And lastly, for his ultimate, I would want it to be the snap. This could work many ways. It could take out half of the team, but in doing so, also take out you. Or it could take half of the health of everyone on the other team, while also taking half of your health. There are many ways this could work, but I feel like if Thanos were to have an ultimate in a game, it should be the snap. And now I want to talk about some new team-up abilities that could be added if these characters were in the game. Our first team-up would be the new Fantastic Four. This would be between Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, and Hulk. The anchor for this team-up would be Ghost Rider. In return for being the anchor of this team-up, Ghost Rider would deal more damage. Spider-Man would get a web-infused web bomb that has Hellfire. And Hulk's ability would be to that whenever it's activated, whenever he does damage to an opponent, he in return gets health. Our next team-up is Grandmasters of Illusion. Grandmasters of Illusion is between Mysterio and Loki. The anchor for this one would be Mysterio. And because Mysterio is the anchor of this team-up, in return his buff is that he would heal faster. Loki's ability would be to shoot a beam of green smoke that would do healing and obstruct the enemy's view. Our third team-up is Pharaoh Alliance. This team up is between Black Panther and Kraven. The anchor for this team up would be Black Panther. In return, he gets more shield. Kraven's ability would be able to have a vibranium spear that would knock back enemies whenever hit by it. Our next team up is Silken Colony. This is between Spider-Man and Ant-Man. The anchor for this team up would be Spider-Man. In return, he gets more health. Ant-Man's team up ability would be that he could put down an ant that will shoot webs and it will slow enemies down. Our fifth team up is Dimensional Dread. The anchor for this team up would be Dormammu. This is between Dormammu, Doctor Strange, and Wanda. Doctor Strange's ability is that he can teleport using dark magic. Wanda's ability is that she can throw a bomb filled with dark magic, and this would give a slowness effect to anyone that gets hit by it. And our last team up is Endgame Protocol. The anchor for this team up would be Thanos. The ones in this team up ability would be Thanos and Ultron. Ultron's team up ability lets him use a Soul Stone to heal the whole team, similar to Adam Warlock's Soulbound. This is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I would like you to subscribe and like if you guys enjoyed this video. And at the end of the day, anyone can make a new character and what abilities they have and what they shouldn't, and some of the characters as they come out will be overpowered. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about some characters I would like to see and what abilities they could have. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and see you in the next one. Hi guys, hope you liked what you watched. If you want to watch more of my stuff, click the top video to see my previous video, and click the bottom video to see what YouTube says you should watch.